director who said he was actually really bummed that this news got out, because he was actually planning on doing a really cool surprise for people once they were able to get some news together, or get some something to show the people. So he was actually really bummed that this news broke before he had the chance to break it himself.
Yeah, that's what the digital age will do. That the internet's crazy.
Yeah. Are you excited for? I mean, Indian or Native Americans and versus predators versus the pioneers men.
Yeah, I think that's a great take, because obviously we know how Shane Black's The Predator went. It was a lukewarm kind of response, and I think that's why they're not trying to continue that story arc, because it just didn't do well enough. So they're pushing away from that and coming at it from a different angle. And I think that's what the character of the Predator needs, like a fresh take, and that's what this sounds like. I did read a little bit into this myself before the show, and I think I read that the main protagonist is supposed to be a Comanche woman, which sounded very interesting to me as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I love most of the Predator movies. I thought, what's the one with? Is it Adrian Brody?
Oh, Predators. Yes,
Predators. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was pretty cool. The kind of twist of all the world's deadliest killers. Going against all the other Predators. I thought that was pretty cool.
Outside of the original, I think Predators might be the strongest, the most. I feel like the most. How do you say authentic?
It can stand on its own. Yeah.
Because two's.
Oh, I totally agree.
Two's cheesy. The Alien versus Predator movies we don't talk about. I feel like the Predator hasn't had a great run since it's been, a huge character since the 80s. It's kind of flailed a bit as far as trying to maintain the fan base there,
Right.
Similar to the Alien fans, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. People just, I don't know, just directors just don't know how to approach it. Or I don't know if those things are just getting lost in translation from storyboard to the film, the movie making process. I don't know.
Yeah.
But on both ends, yeah, like Predator and Alien, they're kind of they're missing something.
Exactly. And also, I was stoked to hear that Disney's what do they call it? 20th Century Studios now.
Yeah.
That they're allowing, they're still allowing their rated R properties to move forward, because there was a huge speculation that they were going to cut, that the Predator character would be dead and buried, and we wouldn't hear from him anymore. And so this was awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're not, like you said, basically killing everything that's rated R,
including Deadpool 3. All right.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. But that's it for my news for this week.
Awesome. Do you want to hear what Tiny had to give to us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Shout out to Anaris, by the way. Thanks for sending us over something.
Yeah, thanks, man.
First piece of news, director of Home Alone, Chris Columbus, stated recently that a Gremlins 3 script is in fact ready. And if he's given the chance to actually make this a reality, he will not be using CGI but practical effects, which means like, how do you say, tangible puppets, similar to what we saw in the original 2 films.
Nice, that's cool. That'd be really cool just to see them do that again with actual, puppets and giving some puppeteers some work to do.
I know they're doing a Mogwai kind of prequel, right, with Gizmo, I think. It's supposed to be like an animated series, I believe. which
is that one going to Netflix or something?
Stars or one of the platforms. Okay. I think it might be Stars. Moving on, Robert Englund, or Freddy Krueger as many know him as, is actually officially joining the cast of Stranger Things Season 4.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun. He's always a great... it's always great to see him out of the makeup and make an appearance in whether it be movies or television series, you know. This would be very...
Yeah, he plays it. He still plays it even when he's not in his makeup. A pretty creepy guy if he wants to be.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table for Season 4.
Oh, yeah.
And then in Chinese, final piece of news, the musician deadmau5 or deadmau5, however you want to pronounce it, is actually doing drive-in concerts now. And he's going to be performing January 7th and 8th in Chula Vista, if anybody's in the San Diego area. I know Tiny said that he thought that this was kind of a bad idea. Like, it doesn't really make sense to listen to this style of music in your car. But, you know.
Yeah.
But also...
It seems like a really good system.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, you know, musicians around the world are hurting right now because their form of income has basically been temporarily erased.
Right.
So it's a weird time. It's a sad time. So at least I'm excited that bands and performers are getting creative and doing like these, you know, live streams and trying to be, you know, safe and make money at the same time. So interesting stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And then into my news, you already covered The Predator, so I'll move on. Scream 5 is wrapped production, and it's been officially titled Scream, as it's as the original counterpart. What are your thoughts on that? Does that bother you, or are you cool with it?
The title is the same?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, there's something to it that makes it seem so, I mean, like, simple, like, oh, you know, that makes me think they're kind of going back to the original, and you're going to get that same type of feel and vibe from it. But then on the other hand, it's kind of like, oh, I mean, you're kind of just, it's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else would you call it, really? Scream 5? Or is it 5, right?
Yeah, it's 5. Or it would be 5.
I mean... Scream 5. I don't really know what you would call it other than either Scream or Scream 5.
No, I know people wanted for it to be like 5 cream, like the 5 as in the places of the S. You know, like stylized like that. Which I wouldn't have a problem with. I liked how they did that for Scream 4, but also it seemed like a little too on the nose. And I'm not sure if they, you know, Scream, like if they were to name it Scream 5, I felt like that would have been lazier as well, you know?
Yeah.
But,
I can see that.
Also the directors, what are they called? I think they're 2 guys. They go by Radio Silence, I believe, and they actually were opened up about how they felt like now that it's finished or they've wrapped production, they said that they think that they honored the franchise's roots and Wes Craven's legacy, that they felt like they did it justice. And the whole reason why Neve Campbell ended up signing on, I think she was the last one to be confirmed, that I guess she believed in the way that they spun the story, and she felt that it was authentic to the original, the trinity of characters. So that being a huge Scream fan, that makes me feel good about, you know, about the final product of this. I really do hope that it's great.
Right. Yeah. As long as they feel happy about it, I feel happy about it.
Definitely. All right. I got two more quick pieces of news. Director Spike Lee has been very active in the last few years with the success of The Five Bloods on Netflix and then Black Klansman. He is now gearing up for a musical that will be centered around Viagra, and I'm not joking.
That's gonna be. I remember reading this and I thought it was a joke at first. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's. I guess it'd be interesting to see, to say the least.
He's obviously
coming from Spike Lee. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna hate on it until I see it. And like I said, like it's Spike Lee. Yeah, it's just really weird. A musical about Viagra. That itself is weird. I think if it probably was any other director, maybe this would be straight to like Red Rock or something, but or straight to VOD. But having Spike Lee attached to that, it makes me feel a little bit better. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm also very intrigued on why he kind of went with this and decided to do it.
I know he is through his film career, he has always said like, yeah, one day I'm gonna do a musical, but it's interesting that he would pick this, you know, out of everything. Yeah. It's almost like he wants the challenge, but it'll be interesting. We'll see if it if it's well received as you know, as his other stuff has been over the past few years.
Yeah. What should be this masterpiece that everybody loves?
Yeah, right. You never know. You never know. And my final piece of news, Netflix has removed Chappelle's Show at Dave's request. Apparently, they had put it up for streaming without his consent. He got really offended by that because I think because of his shitty relationship with Viacom, I think it was. And so he went, he got super pissed. He called up Netflix and he told them that it made him, that having them streaming Chappelle's Show made him feel bad. And just based on that, no arguing, no blowback, they just took it down for him.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. That's actually funny that you bring that up, because I think I was looking at this, when I was on Netflix yesterday or the day before, I remember seeing it on there, on like the top 10 or something. That's crazy that they took it off that quick. Yeah, I mean, I can understand him asking for that to be taken down. It's really cool that they kind of acknowledged him and were like, yeah, you know, we'll take it down for you, no problem, without even him really even having to ask about it, or actually ask them to take it down. Yeah, especially because I think that they have a really tight relationship, and that could have had they had like a negative response to that, I think it would have been pretty rocky. So I'm glad that they took the high road with that one and just said, yeah, let's take it down. But yeah, that's the end of our news. If you want to jump into Rex real quick. Yeah, let's do it.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
All right, what do you got for us?
So I have actually been finishing up the Titan series. So I hadn't had a chance to finish that. I only got to watch like two or three episodes of that before. I think I was actually borrowing someone's DC Universe subscription, and they ended up canceling it before I could finish the series. But I have HBO Max now, so I am actually almost completely caught up with that, and it is very entertaining. I like the adult themed Teen Titans. It definitely fits DC. And if you're a fan of if you're a fan of Robin,